3, 2.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Dursey. I'm the founder of Mommyjuice Wines, and we're here doing a virtual wine tasting with my two wines, Mommyjuice Red and Mommyjuice White. We just did the white, so now we're going on to the red, and I just want to talk a little bit about screw cap, because that's what I prefer to use on my wines that are selling for, around $10. It seems to be the best closure. Also, you can put it back on and stick it in the fridge or stick it wherever you want to put it, and it's nice and easy. So we're going to open it, and we're going to pour. This is Mommyjuice Red. Now, this is a blend of a lot of different grapes from our estate vineyard, which is in the Morgan Hill area of the northern Central Coast. So Central Coast is the appellation. The primary components are Bordeaux-style varietals, which is Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc. So it's about 30, 30, 30 of that, and then there's 10% of kind of some other little things that we had. So yeah, I like you got the swirl going. I'm always when I don't want to spill, because I tend to spill. I'm a spiller. Me too. I'm a spiller. So I like to do this. And one of the reasons people swirl like this is so that it can get it gets the aromas to jump out of the glass. So when you're taking your first sniff, you always want to sniff to get your first impression. Take your first sniff, and then you see what kind of fruits that you smell, or what kind of things do you smell in there.
What do you smell?
Is it cherry? Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good one. And the other thing that I want to say is you'll never be wrong though.
Right.
Because so don't ever be afraid of telling someone what you smell or taste in a wine, because that's what you smell or taste. It's very, very subjective. So nobody can tell you that that's wrong.
Like black currant?
Well, that's Cabernet. That's really great, because Cabernet, that's a very common marker or component of Cabernet is black currant.
What do you think?
That's good. That's very good. And Cheryl, I like what you said earlier, before we started shooting, about the glasses, because people think they have to have fancy wine glasses, and
I am not.
Nice.
I am a proponent of the stemless glass, just because, especially for the everyday type of glass of wine that you may have at the end of the evening, you can put them in the dishwasher and don't have to worry about them. And we sell these on our website, which is they're Mommyjuice glasses. They say when the kids whine, Mommy needs her wine. It's kind of cute. It's cute for a little gift. But they're $7, so it's like if you break them, it's not that big of a deal. But they're also pretty sturdy. They're hefty.
They're very sturdy. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to. That's like when I think of my ideal glass. That's the ideal glass that I drink out of.
What is it that you get at the back of your tongue in the middle? What is?
So, it's interesting. You can get, it depends on, if your mouth is watering, you're getting what's called the acid component. And acid in wine is what is going to, that's what you get from that's very weather-based. The cooler the region, typically the more acid you get. Okay. And this comes from our estate vineyard, and that's similar to Monterey. It gets that evening fog. So the acid is very prevalent in all of our wines from that vineyard. And then you also can get a little bit of tannin towards the end, which is what's very drying. It kind of dries your mouth at the end and gives you a little bit of a, And but these are all very light tannin style wines, and that's what I was trying to make. I wanted something that was fruity. It was easy to drink. It's fun to share. It's going to go well with easy dinners. Pizza, meatloaf, that kind of a thing.
I know as a mom, sometimes I've been a little, I guess, afraid of a Cabernet just because of, I think, the tannin component, and then it's almost, for my palate, a little too heavy or powerful. So I like that this is a little lighter.
It's a blend. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it just, one of the things too, you don't totally turn yourself off from Cabernet. Just, you're probably thinking of Cabernet like from Napa, or Cabernet like Bordeaux, and like places that are 100% Cabernet, much more.
Right.
Blends are really a key. A lot of people are blending these days because it keeps wines consistent from vintage to vintage, and it also just can make it more palatable and easier to drink. I mean, something like 80 or 90% of all wine is drank within a couple of days of purchase. So there's not very many wines that you're going to be laying down and aging for years and years and years. So these wines, especially anything with a screw cap, you're pretty much going to be drinking right away.
And this keeps the wine as fresh as if you stuck the
cork back in. Oh, absolutely. Actually, I've seen it's fresher because a cork just as a little bit of air, because it's a porous substance. So there's a little bit of air in corks, and that's good for when you're aging, laying it down, putting it down for 5, 10, 15 years. because a little bit of air is going to just help the wine develop. Screw caps do not let any air in at all. So technically, I mean, they're still doing research because it's a fairly new phenomenon. The screw cap, I mean, it's been around forever, but in putting it on more and more wines, it's fairly new. And they're still doing research about the aging, but in my experience, it was almost too much, because like if there was any air in the wine, it would like make it fizzy, or there was, you know, so everything was within normal range of like the certain gases that you have to put in to preserve the wine. But then it would be fizzy because this is holding it on, you know, it's holding everything in, whereas a cork would let it kind of come out very slowly.
Yes.
So,
This is really good.
Thanks so much, Cheryl, for
thank
coming.
you. Thanks
And
for having me.
again, if moms are interested in finding Mommy Juice wine, where can they look for them?
So the distributor is just bringing it into the state. You can go to your local wine store, ask for it by name, say Mommyjuice Wines. You can tell them it's distributed by Glazers. And you can also check our website, mommyjuicewines.com. We can ship legally to Ohio, so we can always send it to you. I have free shipping on a case, so you can always combine with a bunch of moms and get free shipping. And then you can get the glasses, too. And I got onesies. The onesies are super cute.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you.